Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about wedding planning and how people go broke planning a wedding. A wedding ceremony in total takes about 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours depending on wherever you do it, for the exchange of vows, and the reception a maximum of 4 hours. So the total is 6 hours. But we waste months, sometimes years on planning a wedding, instead of using that time to get to know the person more and plan for the future. The wedding is important. We've all dreamt about being the Princess Cinderella dress and all that. The wedding gown, the ball dress and all. The fairy tale wedding. We've all dreamt about it before. But as you grow, reality must set in for you. If 6 hours of your life will cost you tens of thousands of dollars, or will let you go for a loan, wipe your 401k just to fund 6 hours wedding, ask yourself, is it worth it? A wedding ceremony is very important and it's great, it's beautiful. I love weddings. It's so nice to see people getting married and the love they share. It's so nice to share in their joy. But we have to face reality. Is the budget going to drain us? Or is it just a drop in the bucket? If it's just a drop in the bucket for you, that's fine, hooray. Enjoy it. The fairy tale wedding, the limousine and all those things. Have fun. But if it's going to make you broke, if it's going to make you pay those credit card debts and loans for several months, oh, my sister, please advise yourself. It's usually the women. I know people still paying their wedding debts after 5 years of marriage. They work extra just for that. Is it worth it? A beautiful wedding is worth talking about. But you have to realize that the people you invited, they'll come, enjoy, go and sleep in their beds. Another week, another wedding. Another month, another wedding. They'll forget the details of your wedding. They'll forget everything that went on because they have something new to talk about. Usually, we women like to impress. Some people want to impress their friends. They want to beat a friend to whatever wedding they had. If they had 15 bridesmaids, they want 20. If they used fresh flowers, they want fresh flowers too. If it's artificial flowers you can use to make the room beautiful, use it, my dear sister. Ask yourself, is the competition necessary? Those people will be sleeping in their beds and you will be saddled with bills. You have to go to work. You have to work overtime. You can't even spend your honeymoon in a hotel. You have to be home. Is it worth it? The people you're competing with. I remember a lady told me about her friend who had a wedding. And the next day, the friend came to her and she was like, oh, can you give me money to pay for the taxi? Because I want to go to town. She couldn't even afford a taxi fare. So you can imagine how broke she was. In doing all this, do you know that this wedding planning puts pressure, and the money that goes into it, it puts pressure on the marriage, the first few years of the marriage? Do you know that such a pressure in the early years of marriage tests your character, your patience, and starts fights that are unnecessary, but because you went up and above your budget, you have to be fighting over something. The little thing is going to start a fight because you wanted to impress your friends. And even during the planning process, couples fight and fight. Families get involved and they are fighting back and forth. Just because this family wants this, another family wants that, and I want this. Is it necessary? After all these fights, all you have left is you, your husband, your pictures, and your videos. And to top it all, the memories. That's all you have. When your account is dry, you have to wake up and go to work even if you don't want to, because the bills keep coming. And they won't stop coming because you had a wedding. Because you wanted your dream to come true. That's fine. But must it burden your savings? Must it start fights? Must it make you miserable? It's supposed to be one of... After all these fights, All you have left is you, your husband, your pictures, and your videos. And to top it all, the memories. That's all you have. When your account is dry, you have to wake up and go to work even if you don't want to, because the bills keep coming. And they won't stop coming because you had a wedding. Because you wanted your dream to come true. That's fine. But must it burden your savings? Must it start fights? Must it make you miserable? It's supposed to be one of your happiest days in your life. It shouldn't come with pressure. And have you also noticed that family and friends during the planning stage, they like to share their inputs and whatever they want to happen at the wedding without adding money to it? Every family member will say something. Oh, I went to this person's wedding and it was like this. I went to this person's wedding and it was like that. So I want you to have something like that. Do they add money to it? If they don't, just say thank you for your input. If they care enough and they're able to afford it, they'll write you a check or pay for something. Most of them, it's good advice though, just to make your day look beautiful. But if they put pressure on you, unnecessary pressure, it's not worth it. One thing you have to note is that people will always talk. I've counseled couples who have saved tens of thousands of dollars on their wedding budget. And they were very appreciative. They later said thank you to me. Because in the first few years of marriage, they used the money to do things they didn't think they could do. And it came very handy. It's not about how big your wedding is. It's about how beautiful it is and the memories. It can be small and beautiful. It can be small and elegant. It can be small and fulfilling. Anyone who sees you later in life with your ring wouldn't know the kind of wedding you had, especially if they weren't at your wedding. They'll see the ring and know that you are married, that's all. So you don't need to do all that. Unless you tell them, oh, I had a fancy wedding. Oh, I did this, I did that, or you show them pictures. Even that, who cares? The kind of ring doesn't tell the kind of ceremony you had. Being married is married, and that settles it. So my dear ladies, stop fighting your man regarding your wedding budget. Let me ask you, what is your motivation in trying to impress the world? In trying to impress people who don't even like you? In trying to impress people who will still go and say something bad about the wedding? Have you sat down to assess your budget and the impact it's going to have on your relationship? Ask yourself what that money, that extra money, is going to do for you in the first few years of your marriage. Those people you want to impress, they don't like you anyway. We worry too much. We worry too much. I've heard so many things in life. The things people have said about people's wedding, the things people say about their friends. My dear, do you and make yourself proud. The beginning of your marriage is the test of your patience. Don't go into it with fights. Because if you're able to deal with the first 2-3 years of your marriage, you can deal with 5 years, 10, 20 and more. But if between the first 2-3 years, you can't deal with each other, that's why it starts going down the drain. Wedding budget shouldn't be the basis for these fights. And another thing you should know is that extra money, you can put it down when you get married. Because guess what? When you get married and you take seed or become pregnant, and you're the type who will spit and throw up and be weak, can't walk, feel sick, like some of us, you'll not be able to work. Because you don't even know what is happening to you. You don't even know what is happening to your body. It's a change. Hormonal change, something foreign in your body. So you are sick. Some people are blessed. They don't go through all these, so they may not understand. But if you're the type who has to visit the hospital always to get IV, or because you're throwing up, you are weak, you can't get nutrients to be healthy and strong, you cannot work. The man will be the sole earner. He's going to be the only person taking care of the home. You have to prepare for that baby. That money will come handy. When the baby comes, you cannot work for some months, some people for years, and that money will come handy. You can even invest it. 1 year CD, stocks, you can invest it in so many things. Remember, those 6 hours of your wedding day will eventually be the most expensive 6 hours of your life. Imagine if your wedding costs 50K. Divide it by 6. That's a little over 8K per hour. Do you earn that much? Are you going to earn that much in the near future? 8K an hour. I'm not saying you shouldn't have fun. I know people believe in YOLO. You only live once. Have fun. It means you should live a little. YOLO means life is already stressful, so don't add to the stress, but add wisdom and care to it. Planning a wedding shouldn't be more important than planning your lives in your marriage. Make time to know each other. Draw a future plan and budget to ensure you enjoy your beautiful life together. All your marriage shouldn't depend on the kind of wedding you had. Oh, she did the most beautiful wedding. No matter how perfect your wedding is, there's a hater somewhere who will belittle it. There's somebody who will even hold grudges against you. Maybe they didn't get food to eat. Maybe they didn't sit where they wanted to sit. They'll hold that secret grudge against you that you wouldn't know. Because the wedding didn't go their way. It didn't go the way they wanted it to. Their imagination and their thoughts, it didn't go that way. So be you. Because while some people are praising your wedding, your reception and all, the food, the outfit, the DJ and all, some people are also bashing you. You will not know. You may hear it eventually, but sometimes you wouldn't hear it. And it may be coming from your closer friends and family. We cannot please everyone in this life. And that's why you have to do you. Choose you and your spouse. You are in it together. Listen to your spouse to be. Listen to your husband to be. The problem is usually the woman. Ask yourself questions. Have a heart-to-heart conversation with your guy. Of course, you can give a margin of error when it comes to the budget. A few, thousands up or below. But you have to stick to a certain figure that I will not exceed this amount. There was a survey on Facebook on a page I'm on, women's page, and somebody asked, what are your regrets after your wedding? About 80% of women said they regret the budget that they invested into the wedding. Someone said they had an old car, they could have replaced it. Someone said they didn't have a car, they could have bought a car. Someone said they have a plot of land, they could have started a foundation so they won't be renting for a very long time. Someone said their business was not doing well, they could have invested some money in it. Someone said they had to travel abroad to go and work and come and pay the amount left because of a wedding. Oh, my sister, let's be real. Some people also said they regret not listening to their spouse to be because they could have built a better marriage from the beginning. Others talked about the fights and things that started in their marriage because of this. With all of these, ask yourself, is it worth it? Like I said, if you can comfortably afford it and will not worry about the dent in your bank account or having to work extra for it, that's fine. Why not? You have the money, enjoy it. If your family is helping to sponsor certain things, go for the luxury. If you have saved several years for it, that's fine. But remember, there's something called quiet luxury. You can have a luxurious wedding, but very affordable. Be beautiful within a certain budget limit. And above all, it will bring peace to your home without worry, without regrets. You enjoy your honeymoon and do anything you want to do with the rest of the money. It's not worth impressing somebody for 6 hours. There are a lot of websites that you can, of shops these days to shop from for your wedding. So, as you're planning for your wedding, do not burn out. Do not fret over certain things. Be you. Breathe in and breathe out. Just be you. Just be who you want to be. It is your day. Please yourself, not anybody. Just make sure it is beautiful in your eyes. It is heartwarming. It makes you happy. And it is within your budget. I wish you all the best in planning your wedding day, and your marriage as a whole. Enjoy it to the fullest, because marriage is supposed to be enjoyed. So you have a good story to tell. So do not burn out whilst planning your wedding. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share my video with your friends. Thank you.